instructions from the CS, he passes the condolences to any parent, any relative, anybody who has lost one of their own beloved ones over the issues of abductions. He, as a parent, as a father, understands the pain of losing a child, and therefore he passes his condolences. Kipchumba Murkomen has a new policy that he will be implementing as he has taken over the office of the Cabinet Secretary from the 19th of December. He's very green. He took over Christmas festivities, New Year festivities. He will be sitting to take charge and run the ministry in a different manner. Fourth, we have instructions from the minister, that's the Cabinet Secretary, to put it very clearly. One, that the two petitions, one filed by the Law Society of Kenya and another one filed by Senator Okiya Mtata, who have enjoined Kipchumba Murkomen as a respondent, that those petitions are misplaced, and we have instructions to file to strike his name out of the petitions, because one, the job description of a minister, of a Cabinet Secretary for Interior, is defined. He has not developed any policy. He shall be developing policy as he sits in office and proceeds with his work as an Interior Cabinet Secretary. Two, the only other relevant place the Cabinet Secretary comes is when he sits at the National Security Council. When he brings matters, national police, to the National Security Council. The National Security Council is chaired by the President, not the Interior Cabinet Secretary. Third, the financial autonomy of the National Police Service. His Excellency the President granted them the financial autonomy. The Constitution grants the police the operational autonomy and the command autonomy. Therefore, Kipchumba Murkomen is just being dragged into these petitions without any lawful or constitutional reasons or bearing to bring him on board. Out of the actions of the police, as a concerned Cabinet Secretary, the police have responded adequately through their police spokesperson. The young Kenyans, whether they are police officers, whether they are citizens, whether they are foreigners, they will face the full force of the Kenyan law. And the CS is determined that whoever committed an offense shall be held liable. Nobody is above the law, according to the CS for Interior. The CS for Interior is in the process of calling a meeting with all the criminal justice actors, this being the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, the DCI, the Inspector General of Police, so that they discuss the question of abductions. The CS has told us to tell the country to take notice that the Director of Public Prosecution gave instructions pursuant to Article 157 to the Inspector General of Police and the DCI to conclude investigations of all abductions and the files to be forwarded to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution by close, I think, before 15th of this month. Lastly, the CS for Interior wishes all the students who are traveling back to school a safe journey, to ensure the drivers on the road keep safety on the roads, to ensure the young students who are going to school and pupils are safe in school. And lastly, he assures that under his watch, the country will be safer. Under his watch, property will be safer. And under his watch, the rule of law shall prevail, and no extra legal means shall be entertained so long as is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior. We shall be representing him tomorrow before the courts, and we shall provide the affidavits and the grounds of opposition and the application to strike out his name from the pleadings as we appear tomorrow before the court. As a citizen of this country and as a minister in charge of interior security, he is concerned. That's why he is condemning it, and he's come out very clearly. You have seen he has not come out with the Attorney General as his advocate to defend him. He has hired private advocates to hire him to bring to the world that the CS for Interior has not sanctioned, does not condone, and condemns any form of extra legal action called abduction, either by the police, either by citizens, either by terrorists, either by foreigners, either by anybody. And anybody who will be found culpable shall face the full face of the law.